What's up, everybody? So today what I got here, new ARRMA Big Rock. So I noticed that they released a new version and I love the previous version of the Big Rock that I have so much that I went ahead, I got the updated platform. Let's get this thing out of the box and let's take a look at it. I'm going to compare it to the one that I've had since, I don't know, 2020. That was a pandemic purchase for myself. I saw RC Guy Garage having a lot of fun with it, so I decided to purchase one way back 5 years ago now. So we've got Sergeant J on in the background. Check out Sergeant JRC, good friend of mine. And let's get into this Big Rock. All right, so here we go. This is the ARRMA Big Rock. This is a 2 to 3S capable, 50 plus mile an hour on 3S. RTR from Horizon. Got yourself a QR code there. Let's take a look over here. It is 20.24 inches long at a height of 7.91 inches, width of 14.02 inches, wheelbase of 12.87, and a weight of 782. I'll bring this in closer for the metric folk. Pause and look at that. Comes with the standard Spectrum SLT3 2.4 gigahertz radio. This is pretty much standard with the ARRMA. All the ARRMA trucks come with that. Has dynamic stability control, so it's like your gyroscope. Has a nice metal geared waterproof digital servo. And I was taking a look at this. Comes with the Spectrum SLT 80 amp 2-in-1 waterproof ESC and receiver. So I noticed the previous version came with a BLX 100. So this was a 100 amp ESC, and I took this one out. I put a 120 amp Spectrum ESC in mine. I was having an issue. This was like over amping on me on 3S, so I went with the 120 amp Spectrum. So I'm a little skeptical on this, so we'll have to test this out. And this is a 3100 kV Spectrum brushless motor. Here's your speed charts on this side of the box. I did go with the green one. I did not get the classic black this time. I went with the green. Friend of mine, I don't know if you know him, he's got a big beard. He kind of talked me into this. Chef Beardsley talked me into the green. We have an overview of the body updates here. I'm kind of, you know the way I run. These mirrors, I might take these mirrors off just to avoid any other collateral damage. But hey, there's the box. Let's crack it open and see what's inside. All right, the moment we've all been waiting for. Let's get this thing cracked open. One of the seals was already coming off. I'm so excited. Drum roll. Here we go. Look at that. Save 15% on your next Spectrum order. Alright, standard literature and your toolkit. These are cool. No more Allen keys. Real deal handled screwdrivers, hex screwdrivers. These are cool. I'm going to use those. Those are perfect for a pit bag, honestly. Got your manual. It's your official Big Rock QR card. That's what I'm going to call it. I don't know what it's for, but it's got a bunch of QR codes on it for your support. Got some shock spacers, extra wheel hexes, and guessing this is for the slipper. It's kind of like a multi-purpose wrench. Batteries, radio batteries, perfect. I love that the ARRMA trucks come with these radio batteries. Double A's. I mean, it's just something extra that really makes me happy. standard Spectrum radio, the SLT3. This is it's a decent radio. I did notice here they updated the power button. When I first got my Big Rock, I can remember this. It was my first SLT3 radio. I could not find the power button for the life of me, and they made this easier to press too. This is you don't have to push it into the radio anymore. It's a click type. And here it is. The nice green body. We'll get you up close and we'll take a look at it and we'll pull this plastic off. Beautiful, beautiful green body. This is nice. It's got these little mirrors on this. They went with adding realism to this truck, which is cool. I can respect that. And I do like how ARRMA puts these screws here as a wear bars. So I'm going to put some extra ones up on top here. They added a little fifth wheel plate for the clipless body. Yeah, this thing's sweet. Looks like it's got the same wheels and tire combo that the previous version had. Nice compound. These are good all-terrain wheels. Same wheel nuts as the previous version. I did upgrade mine to the 17mm M2C adapters. But this clipless body, I want to check this out. Just kind of push this, pull up on it. Push this, pull up on it, and it's off. Looks like it's spring-loaded, and then that spring-loaded bar is like a keeper piece. And it goes around these nubs. These are all technical terms too, by the way. I like that cage around the front windshield. It's all integrated into that clipless body. It's got a plastic front grille. Cool. Like I said, I'm probably going to take these mirrors off. Looks like they just bolt on. The realism really isn't my style for this truck, and you know that I'm going to rip them off. But yeah, I really like the way that body looks. But as I said, I wanted to compare both these trucks. We have the original version here. So if you look in the front, the original front bumper is a lot smaller than this one here. This one's definitely a lot beefier. This looks a little bit higher because I got the clipless body unhitched. There's no trim reinforcement, no roof skids. This is just a thin Lexan body, and it's flat black, so they painted the outside of it. As you can see, it shows a lot of wear on the inside, but honestly, it still looks good on the outside. This has been a pretty durable body for the most part. Only a few scars. This body's a lot thicker. Has a lot more reinforcement to it. Different plastic inserts. Has this cool roll bar. Let's get an overview look at the top of the chassis. Start at the front. Right here with your bumper. Definitely have more rigidity there than it was before. Here's your body mount and your shock tower. I like how they integrated the body mount into the shock tower. Looks like the same shock tower and shocks. This one's been used and abused, so the suspension's not going to be as plush as this one. Did mention on the box that they have higher splash guards in the front to keep the debris out. Here's the this is the 120 amp Spectrum ESC that I put in there. Then here's the new ESC receiver combo. So I wonder what they have down in this box now. I'm gonna have to crack this open and see. So I did just take the liberty of taking the ESC off and opening up the old receiver box. And it looks to be that all that is in there is the connection for your servo. Looks like they give you a good jumper wire for your servo so that you don't have to try and fidget with it while you're changing it or swapping it. I'm curious because this has the same this is the same as the Outcast. It's got this big box in the back here for the center diff. I wonder if this has a center diff in it. I'm gonna have to crack this open and look, because this is just a slipper gear setup. But other than that, just the blatantly obvious, no wheelie bar on the back. No wheelie bar. This one has a wheelie bar integrated into the bumper, which honestly it did get in the way at times, especially with big air situations. So this also has a deflector guard that goes around the back of the drive shaft here, and this is to keep debris out from getting it in this area. But I want to crack this case open in here, this transmission housing, and see if this is a center diff or if this is in fact a slipper like the outgoing model. Alright, so I am noticing this drive shaft is a lot harder to get out. They made this area larger. They made this transmission housing larger, which is making this drive shaft have less room to collapse and pull out. So I am fighting this a little bit, but I'll get it. It's out. So like I said, let me crack this open and see what we got. There also used to be a plug in between the radio box and the fan here, where you didn't have to go all the way back to the electronic box to get the motor fan off. Alright, so this is super cool now. This thing does come with a center diff. And it feels like it's full of some pretty thick fluid. This is cool. Typical ARRMA leaking, but that happens. You'll have that from sitting. They leak on the bottom side. That's really cool. I'm glad that this comes with the center diff now. So, one last thing I'm noticing is, with the updated ESC receiver combo, the wires aren't labeled A, B, and C like a normal ESC would be labeled. Also, the previous version had color-coded heat shrink on these bullet connectors for your motor wires, and so there's no telling which one goes where. And if you're like myself, who just pulled them all out, now you're gonna have to do it by trial and error. See which direction your RC goes when you pull the throttle. But I mean, that's just chalk that up to experience with a new RC, I guess. So in conclusion, I am excited about this new version of the Big Rock. They gave it a facelift while also keeping that classic feel that this truck has. Now that center diff is an incredible upgrade, and it does make sense because they did go with the center diff in the 4S line, which is a definite upgrade over that slipper. So I'm excited for this center diff. Big Rock, new version. Not sure what version number it is, but it's a new version for me. Definitely a better version than the one that I got 5 years ago. And this body is so cool. Clipless. Clipless is the future of RC, guys. So thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.